Hi everyone, it's Nat here. Hope you are all safe and well. So I'm on with my book haul. I'm rugged up in my craft room. I've got all my woolies on. I've got my wool lined socks, my fleecy socks, and I've got my woolly jacket that's like wearing a big blanket because it is freezing. I think Pam over in Victoria must have sent the bad weather over to us here in South Australia. Thank you, Pam. So yeah, it's very cold, and we've got the severe weather warning. And it was very, very windy at the bookstore today. And I know that because while I was outside checking through all the recycling, the door kept blowing open to the shop, the door kept blowing open to the outside dunny, and all the boxes kept blowing off the table. So in between checking books, I was shutting doors and putting boxes back. So I grabbed some spines off of two of the books. There were some books that were put aside for me to go through, and they were vintage, very vintage to antique books, but they were in really poor condition, very dirty and dusty, and most a bit mouldy as well. But of course, you know, I'm pretty dedicated, so I had to have a look at them just to see if there were any good pages. So with these two, I grabbed the spines because I really like them. So I've got one for Desert Dust and a David Copperfield. Can't speak tonight. I pulled this out of a cathedral book because I didn't think I wanted the rest of the pictures, but then I gave in and kept the rest of the book anyway. But I really love these old style buildings, so I thought that was a good one to keep. So these are the little bits and pieces that I got a whole heap of. Sometimes these library stickers fall off the books. I keep them for ephemera, for collaging. This is really cool. This is a For Everything for Every Man Maya store for men. Store for men. When was Maya just a store for men? So that must be really old to be that sexist. For value and a friendly service. So I think that's really cool. Maya was one of our big stores down in the city. So now there was a thank you card that fell out of something, so I've kept that. I'll probably stick something over the writing and put it in a journal somewhere. I grabbed the due date pieces, if I can get them out sort of in one bit. They'd make nice little journaling spots. Can always cut the rip bit off or leave them as is and slip them in, or just rip them up and use them for the collages. A lot of these pieces here in this pile my workmates found in the books and put aside for me, which was lovely. So this is a little card that says, "With sincere thanks." Oh, it's about someone who passed away in 1971. It's morbid. So there's a couple of bookmarks. That one's all ripped, but I can cover that. And this one's really cute. Prank Possum and Friends. This is cool too. Paid without deduction of income tax, from £5 to $200 for small investors. So that's quite an interesting little advert. First Mortgage Cooperative, Pall Mall, London. Someone made this. I'm not sure what I'll do with it, but it's pretty sweet. Greetings, Adelaide, 1982 bookmark. Walk in the light. Might keep it for a personal journal. I quite like it. This is really cool. It's a receipt from the South Australian Institute of Technology, School of Mines and Industry, for meat inspection. It's dated 61, but it's almost gone like vellum. And it's got a 2p duty stamp. That's really cool. And this is similar paper, but I don't think it went with that. No, because they're different sizes, because this is about art in some way. Use only clean water and brush when trying to produce a colour shade other than what's in the box. Remember that yellow and blue gives green. Made in England. So that might have to go into an art journal. Someone's photograph. It's got a fern with, I don't know, is that a coleus? I try. In the middle. Looks quite pretty actually. So might put that in a personal journal. A card with flower pots, which is really sweet. This is Maritime Heritage, The Romance of Sail, and it's a stamp collection. So they're mint stamps. What I'll probably do with them, I do have a stamp collection, but I'm not a serious collector. And I mean, I've collected heaps. But I'm not good enough to look after them well enough for them to be worth much or anything. But my brother has quite a serious collection, I think. So I might put this aside for him to have a look at, because I think he might be interested in that. Now, this is a postcard. It's really, really thick. It's Cottesloe Beach, Perth. 2012, so it's not very old. This must be out of a first aid book. So it's your little thing that you hang up that you put your emergency numbers on, and has the basic first aid rules. So I might keep that for a medical themed journal. This I haven't looked at yet, and it doesn't look too good. I mean, this is the way we try to make our papers look, and this one just looks like it. Miner's Right, 1865. It looks like it's been printed. I might photocopy it though, then I'll get the joy of it looking that disgusting without it actually being that disgusting. District Ballarat, date 1864, colony of Victoria. But yeah, it definitely doesn't look that old by the colour of the paper, so. Then there were a whole heap of maps. I got New York City, Madrid. Oh, that's got some okay pictures in there. I haven't looked at any of this, so. Oh, that's a hotel. I might even cover over that or something and put it in a journal. Britain map, Yosemite. Is that how you say it? I think so. Makes me think of Promite. Boston, Cambridge, Italia. So Italy somewhere. Eastern United States. And then I pulled out some pages of the books that I didn't grab because they were in too bad condition, or I just didn't want them. I do, as you probably know if you've watched, I do like some of the title pages. I just think they're pretty, and I want to use them for ephemera in the future. Rigging of a sailing ship. This is The Merchant of Venice, 1912. The pages are beautiful, but the cover was probably mouldy, I'd say. So I didn't really want to bring that home. I like the writing. That's 1958. Sweet Ladies. I love the title. Small writing. Children of Primrose Lane. To Lucy from E. Bird, 1927. Oh, look at that writing. That's lovely. To God's suffering children, this brief account of mercies and musings in the midst of pain is dedicated. Oh, this sounds really happy. Cloud and Sunshine, an autobiographical sketch of Miss H.R. Higgins. That sounds fascinating. Some more writing. 1953. I loved these. I think this was Charles Dickens. But isn't that a cool illustration? David Copperfield. I think this is more of David Copperfield. Contents page. And I think a picture page. They're just gorgeous. Again, the rest of the book was probably in a really bad condition. Desert Dust. Just like the look of these pages and the discoloration. Same with whatever I took these out of. I just like the look of these adverts. There's a picture there of a pirate. I think this came from this book. Must have fallen out, so they cut it down and stuck it in, and I like that pirate picture, so I'll probably use that in a pirate journal if I ever make one. Black Bartlemy's Treasure. Contents pages. the Pickwick Papers. I haven't heard of them, but that must be a classic. Charles Dickens again. One of the awards for practical thrift. I should have an award for well, I don't know if it's practical, but I'm quite thrifty. If spending lots of money at the thrift store counts. He went with Dampier. A nice writing from 51, 54. The naughtiest girl in school. I might have to make a journal and put a personal journal to put that in. No, I wasn't. On the whole, I wasn't naughty. I had my moments. Another award. First prize, third year junior class. That's all it says. Marty and others in Rhodesia. David Copperfield. Now this has an advert in it. Wrights coal tar soap. Love the old ads. Love's Labour's Lost. I thought that sounded a bit morbid and sad. Why did I grab this out? A Symposium of Diseases and Treatments. Oh, here we go. It's got ads. Pulpy kidney. Black disease toxiculture. Bioanthrax vaccine. What is this? Oh, it might be out of one of the meat. Yeah, there are a whole lot of meat investigation books from the 30s to 50s. I grabbed a few of them for my father because he used to work in a meatworks years and years ago. So, bio-dog remedies. But I like ads. It's a bit gross. I think this is from the same book. Yeah, biodistemper vaccine. Sounds so much worse when they put bio in front of it. Well, that's a lovely picture. That would have come from this Flowing Gold book. Another award. Geez, this Helen, she got herself lots of awards. That one's 1939 for the Red Rose. And then I grabbed heaps of the dust covers of the books that were really gross, so I don't even know if I'll end up using. I mean, these don't look too bad. I think I'll try and wipe them down a bit and air them out, and then they'd be nice to use. But the colours are just gorgeous. Festival at Farbridge. There was Chronicles of Avonlea. That is a classic. The Magic Island. Schoolgirl Jen at the Abbey. Sarah Dane. Isles of Despair. From That Day to This. I like the colours and the horse and that one. Same with this one. The horse is beautiful. Castle Secrets. Children of the New Forest. Black Beauty. Beau Jest. Hans Brinker or the Silver Skates. Thunder on the River. They Came from the Sea. Shakespeare's House. Is that what it's called? Yeah. That's interesting. The Complete Works of William Shakespeare. So I might keep them together. I'm going to have to do a Shakespeare journal sometime because I'm collecting a bit of his stuff. Oh, there we go. The Textbook of Meat Inspection. I have no idea what made that bump. I think it was my cutter. And then my workmate had pulled these papers out of one of the book covers, so I thought I'd keep them. They're neat to use. So that's all the bits and pieces. On with my first bag of books. I've got this, the Australian Beer Companion. I hate beer, like I hate wine, but I do like the look of the labels, so I grabbed it just because I like the labels. Also, I will probably fussy cut out some of the other bits and pieces because they'd be alright to fussy cut and maybe put in some glue books. Some of the bottles. whole heap there that are a nice size for glue book pictures project. This is Family Circle Christmas Helps. I'm not sure, I could not find a date on this one. If I look hard, I might be able to find one sometime. Isn't that cute though? I think I'll use that. I have another gift bag that has got a squirrel on it and it's a snowy scene, and that would go really nice in that. Oh, it's 1973. But the colour, discoloration, I always go to say coloration, is quite nice on that. And then some of the pictures, nice and retro. Put that with my stash of magazines to go through. There were a couple of these. Oh, they're together. I was going to say, I'm not sure where the other one is, but it's there. Wine Information Bureau. I thought I'd grab these because I do have heaps of wine books. And I thought maybe these pages can go in a journal with the other wine bits. They're typed, which is something a bit different. So there were 2 of these, so maybe they're volume 1 and volume 2, so it's the whole set, and they're the individual magazines that are put together to make a whole. These are really cool too, and I should tell you what they are. The New Oxford Illustrated Dictionary. I think I've got some other ones of this. Look at that though. The illustrations are amazing in these. And the iris. So that sort of thing is heaps of fun to go through. Now I will be making some book page packs up in the future to see if anyone is interested. But I just have to wait until I've got a car before I can do it. So, but that gives me time to organise myself. There's no way I could use all these book pages myself. So, just beautiful. So yeah, the 2 of those. Move the other one out of the way. I don't think I need to show you through both of them. There was a Hutchinson's Encyclopedia that doesn't have a cover. So that is 1988. Not quite as impressive, although the vintage pictures in there are really nice. Oh, look, Alice in Wonderland. Still heaps of fun to go through. And the coloration, discoloration on this is really cool as well. So even whole pages folded up as filler pages. Ooh, the coloration on that one's disgusting. So yeah, still good as filler pages as well. And there was this big book. It's The Perfect Garden. This one's very bright and glossy, and big pages on this. 2015. But lovely pictures, and I do have ideas of what I want to do with some of these bigger pictures in the future. But this one did have a few pages, I think, that had some really nice. There, look at that. It is glossy, but beautiful. And this one, absolutely stunning colours on those. Whoa, it's bright. Beautiful though. And then there was this. It's an artist's frame that's already been acrylic primed for use with all mediums. So I didn't think it wouldn't sell in the bookstore, so I thought I might as well bring it home and make something with it. My next bag, I've got the Count of Monte Cristo. Really love the embossing on the cover, so I'd like to try and reuse that. I think this was in the pile of books that weren't too good. This is one of the better ones. I love the pages and the writing in that one. There's this little golden book. It's Walt Disney's Davy Crockett's Keel Boat Race. Yeah. Doesn't look like it has a date. Black Beauty, I got this for the cover, though it needs a bit of fixing, but I thought a little horse journal, if I can repair it well enough. And I'll probably use some of the illustrations. They're all in this blue colour. This one is Brer Rabbit by Enid Blyton. 1963 it was gifted. Yep, 1963. And I love the pictures in this. They're so cute. And there's a dead spider. I might just remove that. No, it didn't want to come off. I'll try again. All right. Sorry, banging you around there. So yeah, when I saw some of the pictures, I just had to get it. This is, I have no idea. It is it did have a cover. It's a cookbook. But that was really disgusting, and it still is really disgusting. But it's got some of the old ads in that. And the old recipes. So bits like this aren't too bad, so I'll be able to use them in some retro cookbooks. See, it gets really bad in the middle there. Ugh, and it smells. I think there was a lot of water damage on a lot of these old books. So I'll probably just grab out the bits that aren't too bad and the rest can go. Another one of the Pickwick papers. And this one I really liked. Just the covers, I think, and the first page. Some of the pictures are really cool too, because they're nice and vintage. You probably should read it. It's not a huge book. Ladybird's first picture book. Put it with my collection of Ladybird books. I like the cat picture. Window to Bushland. The cover's great. I'll reuse that cover. Gifted in 66. Look at the birds, the wrens. So yeah, it's got your vintage animal pictures. Some of them I'll be able to reuse. And then I'll use the cover probably for a botanical journal with some red flowers or something. The Storybook Girls. I like the cover on this one as well. Presented to Helen again. The inside's not too crash hot. It's got the age spots and mold or whatever coming up on the edges of the pages. I liked the cover, so they're always peeling, so the plastic on the top of them, so I never know whether I should try and peel it all off and then seal it or just seal over the top. We'll see. So yes, I might even keep some of the illustrations, although it doesn't have any except for the first couple, I think. This is Essays from De Quincey. $19.10. Pages are all right, being that old. And the font is really small, so I like that. for collaging. It's a bit different. This one is On Becoming a Man. And it's got really cool embossing, so definitely reuse the cover. This one's would be an interesting read probably too. Look at that. I think this was the 60s. Book for teenage boys. Oh no, it just says copyright, but one would think about the 60s. Where did you come from? Evidences of manhood. Secrets about girls. Petting. Apron strings. So yes, I'll probably just reuse the cover in this one. Maybe some of the pictures. Quite retro. Hampton Court Palace. I like the flip out here. I can reuse that for something. Just have a flip out in the back. No. And some of the pictures are quite nice. So I have come across some good real old items and ephemera and some antique pieces recently, so I will have to do a bit of a show and tell with all of those sometime as well. The South Australian History Reader, grade 5. Stories of the British nation. Oh, mammoth. This might have some interesting bits and pieces in it. Captain Cook. It's got some vintage pictures. Jousting. Monk singing. Our Girl's Brightest. Someone's fixed the cover there. Dirty, but the pages are a nice colour, so I might use them for some collaging. Did that have a date? No, I think it's missing a couple of pages. That's really cool. This, I love the cover on this. It is Honour Thy Father. Yeah, Honour Thy Father. But a really nice cover. You wouldn't have to do much with that. Might put some lace or something around it, but I will try and fix the spine up and reuse this just for the cover. Otherwise, it's not really my sort of thing, I don't think. This is 1000 Questions and Answers about Australian Wildlife. Nice bits to fussy cut and glue book. Yeah, lots of nice pieces there. Definitely one for the glue book, and when and if I ever get around to it. Oh, look at the frogs. Love those. Could have a lot of fun with that. The problem is you watch too many YouTubes and you want to do all of it. Amazing Facts About Australian Marine Life. It looks like it's from the same sort of series. Again, I'll probably just grab bits. Might be some bits for journals, but mainly glue booking and that sort of thing. This is Understanding Australian Wine. No, thank you. But I have a fair few wine books now that might be nice for people's wine journals. And I do really like the labels. Make beautiful pockets and journaling cards. Not the ones with arrows all over them though. This is Young People's Science Encyclopedia, 1970. I like going through these, things like that. I love the animals. Dean's Super Book for Boys. Doesn't look like there's a date on this one. Nice thick pages. Yeah, they're real thick. Nice discoloration. This is Creatures of the Wild, 1934. It's very nice and brown. Doesn't have many pictures, just some little ones. Pages would be nice for collaging day, and I'll definitely use these pictures, especially with the lions and that sort of thing. This is Venesia, and I thought they were postcards, but they're not, but I think they're still perforated, so you could probably take them out, and then they are nice thick cards. So they're about the areas that are in the photo, I think. But these are really cool. There was a photo album. Sometimes I like to tear these out and use them in journals. This is not in very good condition. It is Hyperion. It's 18 something there, but 1887. I love the size of the pages. A Midsummer Night's Dream. Get it the right way. Love that. The fairy. This one's 1937. It's got a few nice illustrations. There were these 3 little booklets on basketball rules. It might be good for a sports journal of some description. Coaching notes. And official rules again. This is The Two Kisses. I like these pages. I like the title. It's not in good condition though, it's quite dirty. 1913, this one. So yeah, not sure. Probably won't use much of that, but I might take out the first couple of pages. 500 popular annuals and perennials, just beautiful glossy pictures. Just when I think I'm making a dent in the books like this I've got and making all these journaling cards and that with the pictures, I go out and get myself more. But I do love them, beautiful. This is Pollyanna, lovely dust cover, and it was in with the books that aren't too good. You can see how dirty they are. So this one will need a nice clean, but otherwise I didn't find this too bad. and the cover's still in quite good condition, so nice clean, and I think that will make a beautiful cover. Oh, I just flicked dust all over my desk. This is The World's Best Library. I love it. Definitely have to try and reuse this cover. So it's Oliver Twist Christmas Books, The World's Best Library. Just beautiful embossing, and yeah, the colour is so nice. The Haunted Man. Oh yeah, I've seen this one before. It's got really little writing as well, or type, I should say. Collins' New Australian Clear School Atlas. These ones quite old, which I like the look of the maps in them. And the colours. And this is Longmans Historical Series for Schools, Book 2, History of Great Britain. It's a really nice embossed cover as well. Nice writing. Love that picture of Westminster Abbey. 1910 is the date on this one. Oh, look at that writing. So this one's quite interesting. And there were these 3 books that are Flora of South Australia. Second edition. They're all part 1. That's just the second edition supplement, second edition reprint, and part 2 second edition. Now I like these for the fact that they have these little black and white illustrations, and they're fun to watercolor or just use as is on tags. So it's 3 books full of that sort of thing. Maybe this one doesn't have pictures, or maybe I've gone past where the pictures were. Oh no, that must be the supplement. So I might just use those pages to maybe I'll make some envelopes with them, because they're quite a nice size to flip up and down to make envelopes with. So I think that'll be the plan with that one. Collins Family Atlas of the World. So this is a bigger one. Glossy. This is Gum Trees in South Australia. I'd be surprised if you can't hear that rain. Not sure what the date is on that one, but again, it's got your black and white sketches. I reckon a bit of watercolour or even inks, using inks as watercolour paint would look really nice on these. These are similar to, I think, Native Vegetation. I think I have 2 of these. Let me just find the other one. Yeah. Native Vegetation of the Strathalbyn Plains. So they're just sketches, which is pretty cool. So yeah, that'd be the same. Just looks photocopied from this one, which was photocopied from whatever. This is a pad. It says shorthand notebook, but someone was using it to learn Spanish or something, maybe? but it's got a whole heap of pages that haven't been used. There was this field guide to the hawks of Australia. I think I've got a few of these sort of things. 1963. It's only a little pamphlet. It has a couple of interesting pages. Birds of Australia in colour. I do have this one already. This is a beautiful book. Love that. Another one of our Flora books for South Australia. That thought that might just be the supplement again, but it's got a few pictures in it. And then there's the cathedral book that I must have ripped a page that I've showed you already out of, and then I decided that I couldn't ditch the rest because it does have nice interior pictures, but I tend to like the exteriors more than the interiors. So I do have some purchases as well. This is the Plants of the Adelaide Plains and Hills. You would have seen this a few times from me before. I do have a few of them now. I love them and I can't help it. And there were 2 copies. And the best thing is that I want to keep one of these for myself and not use it in journals because I live in the Adelaide Hills. But all the ones I've got so far have been soft cover. So today I found a hard cover. So I might keep the hard cover for myself and then use the soft covers. This one's a lot newer, I think, than the ones that I have had previously. 1998 it says. But they are full of the best pictures. And the fungi picture is the best, which is near to the front. Yeah, I love the pictures of the mushrooms. There's a fair few of them. I thought there was only 1 or 2, so really cool book. Let's have a look what the pictures in this are like and the date. We've got some, Ivanhoe. Must have taken that out of a book. This one is, what does it say? 1990. Beautiful. So yes, this can be my to keep copy, I think. Then there were these, I haven't seen these ones before. It's Eucalyptus Volume 1 and 2 by Stan Kelly. Um, 1982, this one, I think. And look at the pictures in this. And these are native to Australia, where I live. The size is really nice. And the colour is beautiful. And then volume 2. More of they probably all look the same. But they're beautiful pictures. And then I do have a few of these too. A collection of Australian wildflower illustrations by Patricia Weir. Oh, look, Ephemera. Isn't that pretty? For all lovers of Australian wildflowers. But yeah, beautiful illuminated letters. This one is 84. At the back it has your months of the year with illustrations, which are just gorgeous. And I like the cream background as well on these. This one's got a ribbon in it. Might have to keep one of these as well for myself. Maybe this one since it's got the ribbon. So that was it for my book haul today. Quite a big one. Yeah, I've got a lot of work to do. But hopefully I can get my car fixed soon. And then I shall be busy making some packs up to empty out my bookcases a bit so I can get more books. So take care everyone, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Bye.